Hi guys, welcome back to my next video. And before I start, I just want to make sure that you know, don't forget to click the like button if you like my videos and subscribe to these so you'll always be made aware of any new videos that I make, and you'll be notified straight away, so you can come and visit them, check them out, and if it's something that you're after, then you can get it from my web shop. So this one is being requested. So basically somebody wanted to be able to take energy data from the home center and export it to CSV files. So unfortunately directly we can't do any data from here at all, but what we are able to do, it kind of took me back to a video I did quite a few years ago using Thingspeak. So what I've now done is I've got, as usual, a new quick app that will allow you to send data to Thingspeak and then be able to download that data. So what I'm going to do is I'll just, at the moment what I've done is, here's my Thingspeak. So it's actually switched on for now. That means it's actively sending data. So if I click on settings and go into variables, and what I've done is it's a total of 8 fields. But actually, let's go back one step. I just want to show you this part first. So currently the interval data is set to every 5 minutes. And now if I go on to Thingspeak, so you can just log into here, create an account, and if I go onto my account, so this shows you my account and what license type I've got. So it's they have got 4 different licensing options: standard, academic, student, home, and free. So when you create an account, you'll automatically be given the free service. All right, if I click on my account again, it then shows how many messages per month that I can send and how many channels I can create. So this is some data from old, which I haven't been using for a long time, as you can see. And my daily usage rate has been relatively small. So 288, 287, 287, because I'm sending messages every 5 minutes for now. Okay, so it says here how many messages I've got left. So as you can see, 3 million is a lot, and I currently have 3 out of 4 channels remaining. So channels, what are channels? So if I go into my channels, so a channel is one kind of like data set, and each channel can have up to 8 fields. So I'm going to go through the whole process of creating a channel. So I'm just going to show you this first. So if I click on, because I've kept mine as private view rather than public view, and I created 8 fields, and these fields all represent different rooms in my house. And what I've done is I've assigned them to temperature sensors for the different rooms. Okay, so from here you can see that if you look at the time, just on the bottom left on that, so 15:14 and 37 seconds, 15:19 and 37, 15:24 and 37. So each of these little dots represent a data point, which is automatically being transmitted to Thingspeak, and all the data is now gathered in here, and these, which will show you approximately, I can't remember how many data points it actually shows on here, probably around about 100, 50 data points I think it will show you across here. So then you can see how the temperature varies in my different rooms throughout the day. The other part is the import and export. So that's what we want to do. We want to export the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this data. I'm going to hit download, and I'm going to put it into, I'll just put it into this folder and hit save. So right now that has been downloaded. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the folder, and open up the file. So open, oops, have I opened it? Yes, it's opening up. So it's going to take a few seconds to open up the file, and then I'm going to drag it across here. So here we are. So column 1, date and time. That's the entry ID, so number of points. So I have been setting, this has actually been running now since around the 7th of November, about a week. I've been meaning to do this for a few days. So as you can see, these are all the data points that I've collected over the last week or so. And then of course, these are all the fields. So what we have to do is we're going to have to use, we can now manually change this to what the room was. So I think this was master bed, this was Aisha room, etc, etc, and then you can actually change the name of the fields to match these up. So field 1 master bed, field 2 Aisha, field 3 Hamza. So, and then we can just carry on doing that. And then what happens is these are all our data points that's being collected. So from here we can do our own graphs, or basically whatever you need to do with the data, basically, you can do. Once you're happy with that and you've done your data, you can actually go back onto the channel settings, and let's clear the data because we've downloaded it. We don't want to duplicate this data on our next download, so we'll just do clear channel, and then just wait for the channel to be cleared, and that's it. And then the channel is cleared. And if I go back onto here, oh, it'll be cleared. It's going to take a bit of time to clear the channel, as there's a lot of data points. If you want to delete the channel, this is where you would delete it from. So we're not going to do that now. So I'm just going to leave that alone. So what we're going to do is this. We're actually going to be creating a new channel now. Okay, so that's been done. So what we're going to do, I'm going to create a new channel, and I'm going to call it power. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting data for these 3 devices: house power, solar power, and import power. Okay, so let's go back to here. So, and my field 1 is going to be my house power, and I'm going to enable field 2, and that's going to be solar power, and I'm going to do field 3, which is my import power. So basically I have a AOTech home energy monitor, HEM Gen 5 3-phase monitor. Don't worry about the name being Gen 3-phase. It's all it means. It's got 3 clamps. And what I've done is I've put 1 clamp around the house main consumer unit, 1 around the solar consumer unit, and 1 on the incoming main supply. So I'll be able to measure how much energy is coming in, how much solar is coming in, and how much the house is actually using. So it helps to keep an eye on the data. Okay, sorry, energy. And then I'm just going to save it. So click on the pencil icon, and then we can change the access, and that's going to be the date, and that's going to be power. So we can adjust the axis using the pencil icon, and that's solar power, and that's going to be date or time, really, either, and y-axis is going to be power. And of course you can change all the colors and time scales, etc., if you want to do that. And that's going to be my import power, and that's date, and that's power. Let's save that. Done. Next, what we're going to do is click on the channel settings, API keys. API keys change, and all we have to do is hit generate, and that'll just change the API keys there. So that's how all we have to do to generate the API keys. Okay, so now we're going to go into the home center, and what I'm going to do is we're going to install Thingspeak again. So let me go by changing that Thingspeak temps, and I'm going to add a device, other device, and I'm going to upload a file, and there it is. So it's now set. So default set is to off, and now what we're going to go through is the variables. So before we do the variables, we need to make a note of these IDs. So it's I'll make a quick note of these. So it's 446, 454, and 462. Okay, so let's go back down. As usual, I don't like to save events, variables. So field 1 is the solar, so that's 446. Field 2, sorry, it was home. 2 was solar, that's 454. And 3 was import, which is 462. Now, the other thing to note on these is we're not using the remaining fields, so you have to make sure you set them all to 0. If you don't, it will give an error because it will be looking for device IDs and trying to get some data from there, which it will not be able to find, and that will throw up an error message. All right, so make sure you set the rest of them all to 0s. All right, URL, leave blank. Don't touch the URL key, and then the API key. Now that's the one where we need to copy this. So make sure you go there and then you copy it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to generate a new file, and I'm just going to copy that. So when you copy it, make sure you select it exactly and no extra spaces. Okay. So API key. I'm going to now put it in here. So paste, and I'm going to paste it there, and because sometimes at the front of it you may need to it creates a space, so put that in there. Interval, I'm going to change this interval now to every minute for the purpose of this video, and I'm going to hit save. Right, done. Now mode on, so the previous mode was set to on, so I'm just going to quickly do that. So it cycles through, and yeah, it's set to off, and now we're going to turn it on, and yeah, it's on now. So now all we do is wait, leave it, and I'm going to change that to power, because that's what it is, power. Now let's quickly go on to Thingspeak, go to private view, and there we have our first entry points. So we got a house power of 1245.48, solar is on 0, and power is on 0, which we already knew. And now we're just going to wait another minute, and then it will automatically update again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pause the video and let the second entry point come along. Okay, as you can see, I've waited about 5 minutes, so we have more data come through, and now you can see the graphs building up again, and power and import power, etc. So import power being on 0, solar power being on 0. I have batteries in my house, so at the moment the batteries are discharging, that's why I'm not paying for any electric. So yes, don't be alarmed why that is 0. And you can see that I created this channel 11 minutes ago, and the last entry point was about a minute ago. And then as time progresses, this will automatically update dynamically. Even if I leave it on this page, it will update with another entry point. And then if I wanted to, I can start exporting this data. There you are, new entry point gone in. So, and that's it. So this, if I go back onto my account profile, it's now showing all the updated entry points. So channel 1, every 5 minutes, eight messages are being used. On channel 2, 3 messages are being used every minute. and I've still got 2 channels remaining, and like I said before, I've got loads of messages remaining, so plenty, and I've got another 2 channels as well if I wanted to. Okay, what else? I think that's it really. So that, I'm hoping, is sufficient for the client that had the query, and hopefully it would answer what he wants to do. And of course, anybody else who wants this for themselves, they can have a look at it themselves. So and as you can see here, only 2 data entry points, because I've set this timer to 5 minutes rather than every minute. So the shortest interval will be 1 minute, otherwise the site won't update it, and that's the safest time frame to use. Okay, and that's any questions, as usual, feel free to leave it in the comment section, and message me if needed, and I will leave that with you now. And don't forget, if you like this video, definitely hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, and bye for now.